the humanoid's perspectives, beasts are beasts, unless they are their beasts. Then, the beast becomes a pet, a companion, even a familiar. Amongst the hustle and bustle of humanoid adventures, the familiar holds a special place. They become an extension of the adventurer, a conduit in some cases, but in all ways, they are the adventurer's greatest ally. The bodies don't bury themselves, after all. Relax and enjoy a one-shot episode of A Familiar Quandary.
Hello, everybody! We are live! Hi, everyone! How are you? I hope wherever you are in the world, you are having a wonderful night. I know we are about to have a wonderful evening. Happy time zone if it is not evening for you. We are going to be playing a D&D 5e game using the Awaken supplement from Metal Weaves Games tonight. If you'd like to know more about this wonderful supplement, I'm really enjoying creating a character with it. They're not sponsors. However, if they want to change that, they're welcome to. You can pick one up. I will be throwing the link up in chat if you want to check it out and see what we're using tonight. It was really easy to create these characters, and I do recommend it. Hype Goblin stamp of approval. If this is your first time on my channel, hey, welcome. Hi, my name's Sarah. I'm the Hype Goblin. This channel has become a charity project of my own throughout the last 2 years. Since mid-2020, I've been donating all of my channel income to the trevorproject.org. And we've raised a sizable chunk as a community on bits and subs alone. So although this is not a viewer-affected game today, you are more than welcome to cheer us on with bits and with your subscriptions. And if you would like to know more about me and what I do with all of my charity work, you are welcome to stop by Discord, ask me all about it. Yeah, we'll talk charity for a bit. It's fun. It's my favorite thing to talk about. I could talk about it all day. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and hand it on over to Chris. We heard his voice on that lovely intro. Thank you so much for making that for us, Chris. Go ahead and why don't you direct us on who you want to introduce themselves and how you would like us to introduce our characters.
Excellent. Yes. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining me on this road of shenanigans. And welcome to the cast that all signed up for, well, what they're not sure that they got themselves into. And we're going to just start with our Robin Shadell in the top right. And Robin, I want you to let the audience know who you are and tell us a little bit about who you're playing, a little bit about Lenore. What do they do as a familiar? Who is their adventurer? That kind of thing. Give us a little bit of the juicy gossip behind the scenes.
Oh, you'll get the gossip, all right. Hi, everyone. I am Robin Shadell. I'm an author, gamer, educator, and I am playing Lenore. Lenore is a raven. You will notice that Lenore dresses in black, white, and lavender, elegant Gothic Lolita maid's dresses over her armor. Even with her talons, she does wear platform Mary Janes because they're cute. Everything is aesthetic, much like her adventurer, Baroness and Captain Josefina Alexis von Krautswald, champion-elect of the Raven Queen. As such, Josefina is responsible for helping her wonderful adventurer go from being the short-tempered, violent outbursted uber brat into being someone a little bit more even-tempered who can handle the diplomatic needs of the position as well as the defensive needs of those who are beset upon by the less than savory aspects of death, undeath. She is also a psychopomp who directs the souls of the dead to the Shadowfell, where they are then sent on with their merry way. And she will be the best shopping buddy you've ever had.
Excellent introduction. Let's go clockwise. And B, tell us all about Armani.
Hey y'all, so Griselda, they them pronouns, and I am joining you playing Armani Hans. Armani is a octopus fighter. So you can imagine how useful it is to have all of these arms in action at all times. However, Armani often finds holding things impressionable. When you have 8 arms, you have a lot of glamour that you can hold on every single one of your tendrils. And Armani's, what's the appropriate term for our people?
Your adventurers?
Adventurers. My adventurer is a busybody. I think that not only do they do a lot of things at once, hence why I need so many arms, but when they're bored, it's just my job to stand in place and hold a ridiculous amount of things. And my talents are very wasted. Just because I look incredible doesn't mean that I shouldn't be using every single one of these limbs for good.
That's very important. Maximizing talents, absolutely important.
Mm-hmm.
And continuing clockwise around our Fab Four, Lonzo, to introduce yourself to the audience and tell us all about your owl bear.
Sure. I'm not sure I'm supposed to follow up the last two, but I'll do my best. How are you doing, everyone? I'm Lonzo Gonzo, pronouns he, him. I will be playing owl bear Lechusa, also pronouns he, him. Lechusa is a child, almost to like adolescent owlbear, so kind of like cute, still doesn't know his strength for the most part, kind of doesn't know if it's a little bit too rough, but also very gung-ho. Might get into a little bit of trouble, but it's also going to be making a lot of mistakes, but is learning along the way. His adventurer, Juan Luis, is kind of like him. He found him when he was young, kind of the last one in this den of owl bears, found amongst, some twigs and rocks and broken branches from the storm that passed by. It seems like he was the last one left. So he did find like a bigger owl bear feather that he put on his collar for Lechusa. So a little bit of home's reminding him, and they've just been like the best of friends all along, just trying to be the best they can, kindred spirits, moving along the world and figuring out where's their next adventure.
Excellent. And last but not least, our host with the most, playing the bestest boy, Peanut. Tell us all about Peanut.
Hey, everybody. I'm Sarah, she, her pronouns. I will be playing Peanut, who uses he, him pronouns. Peanut is a pink and blue galaxy swirly colored blink dog. He is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel puppy. He is just barely over 1 year old, but he is the best boy in the Twilight Court. Typically, he is an NPC character in our Next Adventures campaign. He is the familiar of my warlock, Lucy, and I have had a lot of fun with our DM bringing him to life in that campaign, and I'm actually getting to give him a personality for the first time today. Yeah, he's the best boy. He's a warlock, just like his mom.
I love it. And now, as we set the scene, let's go ahead and kind of do this a little bit collaboratively. We're doing a one shot here, so let's have some fun. So let's start with, someone give me a D20 roll. Who wants to give me a D20 roll?
I can do it. I have dice right here.
Okay, give me a D20, Sarah.
Failing us by not having dice right next to me.
15.
Ooh, 15. Nice. All right. So that means, so the city in which your adventurers most recently took a job and have returned to, that you all are just outside of, is a high-walled city with a lot of religious iconography. It's a place of pilgrimage where folks come from multiple cultures across the continent in order to visit a special place within it called the Eternal Flame. It has significance for multiple religions and multiple cultures, and different groups come for different reasons. There was a plot that was going to, let's give me a D8, somebody else.
Think Robin's got it.
Got it. 7.
7. Excellent. So there was a plot that was going to steal the eternal flame and sell it on the black market to some rich ne'er-do-wells with ties to infernal and abyssal sorts of powers. Well, mostly infernal, devil's contracts that allowed certain elements to work at play or to be at play. Your adventurers thwarted this, and those who were in the heist themselves were, give me I need a D8 and a D12 from either Lonzo or B.
8, please.
Yeah, okay, I got this. Sorry, a D8 and a D12?
Yep, D8 and a D12.
5 and 6.
So 11 total. So it was a group of thieves that had flown in on hippogriffs in the middle of night. And they were led by, I've got this great table here for an edgelord antagonist. So we're going to create the backstory of this edgelord really fast. Lonzo, give me percentage dice.
Oh. That is a 12.
A 12. It is the leader of this group of goblins riding hippogriffs. Is a very cunning sort. I need another percentage dice. We'll go back to Sarah, right around to the top.
Ooh, okay. 68.
68. Almost, so close.
Oh, so close to what?
Nice.
Very nice.
And yeah, on that note, the goblin leader of this group is known for brutal strikes. They are a goblin barbarian. They leave their assailants or victims, in many cases, mauled with injuries that maim. They are not known for sneakiness, which made this extremely odd as to why they were leading the group. However, they one more set of percentage dice. Robin, to you.
54.
54. They have a tendency to trust no one, which allows them to survive, and also means that they rarely work with the same people twice. This goblin barbarian is known as Tuk Tuk.
But okay.
I love it. I love it.
And to his enemies, Tuk Tuk is known as the battering ram. For they have their own version of dwarven berserker armor, which is the spiked armor, and they tendency to run right into combat and are a grappler of sorts. Makes them kind of vicious. So it was a very bloody scene that was left behind. Your companions, your adventurers, set of percentage dice B. if you please.
13.
13. Excellent. Excellent.
Hopefully.
And they are feeling a bit of vengeance for the amount of destruction that these goblins had done. Even though they did stop them from stealing the eternal flame, they ended up wreaking havoc throughout the city once they were caught. And a lot of innocents were killed in the process, or in many cases, mauled and maimed. Not all of them died. Some died from their wounds, but many of them were injured severely. So now we have kind of a group that is, shall we say, wanting more. Like the justice that was dispensed feels shallow. It feels not enough. And they're kind of brooding, which leaves you all to figure out the rest. So you gathered outside the city walls. You know, inside the city, there are 3 hippogriff corpses. One of them flew away in retreat, and 4 goblin corpses, as well as a few other dead bodies of citizens. There's blood, mayhem, broken things everywhere. And Lonzo, give me a D12, please.
That's a 2.
2. The city watch for this very religious city is, well, very corrupt. And because of that, they are trying to blackmail your adventurers for the damages that were done.
Oh, come on.
Rude.
Which is only adding to their sour mood. So there's really very little payoff that's coming from this. The good deed itself seems hollow because of the damage wrought. The city guard insisting that the adventurers pay damages and have already they're tallying up things left and right in order to subtract from what the payment was that was originally set, on top of potentially handing them a bill. And so now here you are in this fortified city that protects a holy relic that is important to multiple cultures. Your hero adventurers have been placed in the unwanted circumstance of dealing with the fallout, the political fallout of someone trying to steal such a sacred item, and the lack of, shall we say, appreciation for their efforts. Let's go with Peanut. We'll just start with Peanut. How does Peanut feel about this circumstance right now, knowing what they know, or he knows?
Mom is not happy. And there's a big bird thing over there. And we fought it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not friend.
No, not at all.
But I have Big Bird who is friend. And I like Big Bird who is friend.
Mm-hmm.
And also, the people in this town stink.
A lot of incense. What about Lenore?
Oh, okay. Lots of deaths, lots of work to do, lots of eyeballs I get to eat. Eyeballs are good fried. And with some horseradish ranch, it's even better. Oh, but Josefina's not going to be happy. Oh, she could pay it, but it's not going to be happy. It's going to be bloodshed. Oh, all the paperwork I got to fill out. Oh, the boss isn't going to be happy.
You're filling out paperwork? What? Why?
When the Raven Queen has to fill out paperwork when one of her champions or her champion elects goes above what's asked to be done, and when there's extra death, and it's people who didn't die at their time, and we've got to make room for them as they wait for judgment, and with only me and my 6 siblings, it takes a while to ferry all the dead across the threshold, and
yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot to consider.
Oh, I know, Queen.
Yeah, you do.
Mom's friend.
Yeah.
Wear big fancy masks. Best belly scratches.
Her masks are beautiful.
How does Armani feel about the situation?
They're definitely annoyed, and they're already trying to find ways to fix this. Clearly we have to go fix this for our adventurers. We need to take out the goblin barbarian and rewrite the laws in the city so there's no more fines. Simple as that. Yes?
But Armani,
Lenore? Yes, go ahead.
who would be put in charge? Who's going to run it? I mean,
Run what? Yeah, Peanut can.
Yeah.
Mayor
why.
Peanut.
Peanut mayor.
Everyone gets biscuits.
It rolls off the flaps.
I like the sound of that. Peanut, you're going to be mayor.
We gotta rewrite the laws first, and that's gonna be Lenore's job, because Lenore can write.
Yeah.
I could hold a lot of pieces of paper.
Can I eat it?
1 or 2.
Okay.
And
You can eat
I
the
could
old
go.
laws.
I'll be able to send all the letters out to let everyone in the town know that Peanut's the mayor.
Oh, we'll have parties and celebrations, but the barbarian goblin must be stopped, or they'll just keep coming back, and there's gonna be more destruction, and but also writing laws. That's wow. I have a new dream.
What's a law?
Rules that are sometimes written down, sometimes forgotten. Mostly forgotten.
Like, don't potty in the rose bushes.
Yeah. Potty in private. Don't potty in public.
Don't know that rule.
Mayor-
I got
Mayor
a potty in the
Peanut.
water only.
How do you propose we get rid of Tuk Tuk?
Stab him?
I could bite him. I could scratch him.
Could
Offer
hold
peanut butter.
alive
That's a good
or
idea.
stabbed?
Peanut butter's alive?
Lenore.
If I know he's been causing trouble, and we could try to reason with him. And if that doesn't work, then we stab him.
Reason with
Awkward.
somebody who's caused us so much trouble?
Maybe if they see what's going on and what's going to happen and how bad it's going to be, maybe they'll change their ways.
Lenore, I just had an idea. What if Tuk Tuk pays for the law fines?
Yeah,
That's reason. There was logic applied in that entire thought process.
and then if he doesn't, we write the new laws on his hide.
Stab. Yes, I could write in stabbing.
Everyone's so smart. I'm glad we're friends.
Peanut, you're going to be mayor. You don't need to be smart.
Oh, good.
Lachusa, like at the sound of that, his feathers get all ruffled up because he's all excited at the sound of, like, we have a good plan. We're gonna go write some laws on this goblin's hide when we're all done. Peanut's gonna be mayor. He's just thrilled.
Excellent. So, where would you all like to start first with your plan? You know that the City Watch is going around tallying up costs that they plan on charging your adventurers. You know that Tuk Tuk was captured and escaped and is somewhere loose in the city. And you know that the priests of the city and other attendants of that type are tending to the injured from the failed attempt to steal the eternal flame.
Okay. So I imagine we're kind of still in our little huddle. Armani is going to take their arms and just kind of like encircle everybody. Okay. What if we talk to some contacts? Does anybody have any friends in the city? I'm
Yes.
not great at making friends. Oh, Peanut. Yes, go. Yes.
I have Lenore, and I have you, and I have Lachusa, and Mom. Mom's best friend.
Lenore, Lachusa, you've got feathered friends. They probably see a lot of things. What kind of contacts could we speak to find out about some city goings?
I could easily talk to some of the birds around town. I could also fly over and see if I could spot Tuk Tuk somewhere while he's hiding out.
Yes, Lachusa, could you fly as well?
I thought I could. I had a dream that I could have. So if I believe hard enough, maybe. If not, I could do some magic and try and get some information from some of those other, bipedal humans that walk around sometimes and say goofy stuff.
I could use my nose.
Good. We've got a plan.
Your nose, Peanut.
I'll hold on to anything we need.
Now, I have a very important question.
Oh, no.
When you're traveling...
Oh, we lost a friend.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
They took off.
Lenore flew.
Lenore flew the coop.
On the case.
While we wait for Lenore to return to us, while you're traveling through the city, how does Armani get around? They are much faster swimming than they are on land.
Yeah.
Do they ride on the back of our burly owl bear, or more our dashing Peanut?
I probably should have looked more into my like. What is my size in comparison?
Compared to the owl bear, you're much smaller.
Yeah, Peanut's only about 18 pounds.
Oh, okay. Then probably, I'm guessing the owl bear then, because even a small owl bear is still much larger than, or large enough that you could hitch a ride if, of course, if Lachusa is up for that.
Lachusa, could I just ride atop your shoulder, just the left one only?
Oh, of course, friend. Of course. Thank you for asking. Not a problem at all.
Okay,
hop along.
Slap.
Come on. We'll give you the guided tour of the place. Peanut, would you mind starting the tour?
Ooh.
Yes. What tour? Oh, of town?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Peanut will start prancing about showing town.
All right, so you guys, your group heads back in to the city, away from the secret hiding or meeting spot that you all have, so the bipedal folks, the humanoids, don't get too weirded out by your ability to talk, and make your way through the city streets. You know that it's the most of the issues were contained to the centermost sections of the city.
That's probably the best first place to go then.
Okay, so you're headed, I'm assuming you'll, or are you headed straight there? Are you stopping by to check on your adventurers?
I mean, Armani doesn't need to check on their adventure. They know the disco is going to be fine.
I kind of feel like it's like a Rugrat situation. Like the parents are like could do their own thing. The babies just go do whatever chaos they want to do.
Cages.
Dig it. So, as you reach the center district of the city, you will find yourselves, there's fewer citizens milling about. However, there are many more of the city watch, those folks that are trying to extort your adventurers for money.
Oh, those are the individuals that deserve a good noodle slapping.
I think Latruce is going to move a little bit closer to like the area they're at, so that way, like Armani could just like wave one of the tentacles over. a little bit of satisfaction. It may not be exactly what they wanted, but just a little bit of gratification from that.
Are we still trying to stay like out of the way? Like this is going to be like a stealth kind of thing?
I think we're trying to be like inconspicuous.
Yeah, at this point, nobody's really noticed y'all coming through. Okay. They've got other things going on that has their attention.
This is our vibe. We're trying to hide behind crates and barrels and legs and street signs, the usual stuff.
Yeah.
We assumed Lenore took flight. Hence the disappearance, and
Raven went dark.
The group decided to head to the center district, which is where most of the mayhem occurred. That's where a larger presence of City Watch are milling about, taking account of what they plan on charging your adventurers for, as well as the rumors are that Tuk Tuk is still somewhere within this sector of the city, though no one has confirmed even where Tuk Tuk left when they escaped, like which direction they went. So
as we go through town, can I investigate to see if there's anything that Tuk Tuk left behind that I could sniff to pick up their scent?
Oh, yeah. You know which of the hippogriffs they rode in on, and it was one that was felled. So you could definitely find amongst it, like the saddle or things of that nature that may have some of Tuk Tuk's scent still.
All right. Yeah. Peanut's gonna go give that saddle a good sniff.
Peanut, be careful. So I've heard that if you sniff too deeply of something unknown, you'll never smell anything else. I should know I can't smell.
Not even biscuits?
Not even biscuits.
What did you smell?
Oh, I think it was a coral.
Oh, I won't smell that.
No. It's still in. It's in, and they don't really know where their
Nostrils are?
olfactory. Yeah. Senses would be. General pointing.
Somewhere about the face area. Excellent. So give me an investigation roll for our bestest boy.
$19.
Excellent. You pick up a strong scent of burlap and tobacco mixed with goblin sort of pheromone musk that you had noticed before in the fight. So you're pretty sure that that's distinct enough for you to be able to discern between Tuk Tuk scent and other scents that would be similar.
I think I have it. Ish. Kind of? Maybe.
Ooh,
They're stinky.
That's
follow
our
the
mayor.
stink.
The nose.
They know because they knows.
So you know that they were transported to the jail, which is on the western edge of the center district. And that's where they supposedly escaped from. So that's where you would want to pick up their, or look for their scent now that you have them. Lenore, you were going to get a bird's eye view while this is going on. And there was talk of trying to recruit other feathered friends to create a larger kind of watch. What actions is Lenore going to take while soon to be Mayor Peanut is picking up Tuk Tuk's scent?
First, in terms of looking, she will be looking around, trying to see if there's any signs of goblin that she can see from, not super high up. We're not talking like a mile in the sky, but over the tops of the buildings to see if there's anything there.
Okay.
And then find some birds, talk to birds, see what birds there are, especially any other corvids, crows, ravens, and see what they have.
Okay. You will run across a number of crows and ravens that have descended as part of the carrion entourage, working to help clean up the circumstances. Is there particular questions that you are looking to ask?
Here we go. Why is this doing this? Just give me a second.
Oh, no
Mike's
problem.
being here. While I work on the captions, though, particular questions that I intend to ask. Stop being unresponsive. Are
If you'd like to
what have
think,
you heard in the last, I'm assuming 24 hours?
oh no, more like the last 8.
Okay, more like since sunrise. Well, what have you heard? Any interesting corpses being found? Anyone wounded trying to hide their wounds from anyone else? Especially someone short, green.
Okay. As you are asking those questions, asking around amongst the different avians that you encounter, I'll let you continue to work on the mic, and I'll circle back. So Peanut, at this point, I assume the three of you have made your way over to the jail and that you've been sniffing around to find the trail from whence Tuk Tuk escaped. Would that be a correct assumption?
Yes. Got distracted on the way.
This reminds me, there used to be a Nintendo game on like the DS called like Dogs or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you were a dog, and there was like this like aroma or like this pink or purple scent trail that you would follow. And I like to imagine that's kind of like what Peanut sees himself as, like he's following that scent trail, and we're just kind of like trying to keep up and hide behind whatever we can.
He definitely got distracted at one point by the smell of someone like baking bread or something.
Oh yes. We grab a loaf off of a windowsill.
When Peanut gets distracted, Latruse is gonna sit up and just druidcraft like a nice flower crown for the coronation when Peanut becomes mayor.
Excellent.
So that way it could be like very official. You know, they could put it on like the desk in the mayoral, you know, like manor, what have you, just so that way they know when they are mayor, when they're not mayor.
What size doghouse does a mayor dog get?
2-story, obviously.
2-story?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. It
Comes out of taxes. Comes out of the taxes.
2-story brick.
Air conditioned.
Yeah, central air. Of course.
Two zone.
Yeah. So you, Peanut, you give me an investigation to make sure that you have a solid lock on the scent from the jail. So you're comparing the two.
22.
Oh, yes. You found that aroma quite quickly after you had your snack from the loaf of bread that Armani snagged as they went past the bakery, and then tore off pieces and shared them amongst y'all, saving some for our murder of friends that will be following. And we find a path that dances through the street. Well, at least that might be what Peanut might think of it, because it goes back and forth, weaving and up and down a little. And it wafts a little this way and then a little that. It's a little stronger in spots and then thinner in others. As it makes its way around the outskirts of the central district and back toward the main shrine where the eternal flame lives in the lowest level.
That way.
Oh, you're very good at this, Peanut.
Yes.
I'm gonna follow the way your nose is pointing.
There's a full if you've ever had a dog who points at things.
Yeah.
He goes
very still.
Yeah, he goes very still and does the full pointing posture.
Choose it. Do we think we should pick him up?
No, I think this is a proud moment for him.
Oh, okay. Onward.
Well, I'm sure they'll catch up.
It's at this point that, Lenore, you've gathered your information. There are a few things that the Carrion folk have shared. One is they did see a smaller humanoid, green-skinned, but also silvery, very spiky, running in and out of alleyways and making their way, in a wide arc back toward the center of the city. But they also point out that the damages done throughout the city make no sense. There's broken things in lots of places where there weren't broken things even an hour ago. And there are a unsettling number of dead rodents of different types.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you. I thank all my feathered friends. Thank you. Raven Queen bless you. May you have great meals today and in the future. And then I circle around to find my friends and then relay the information.
As you circle around, you follow the general path that was described of the silvery and green-skinned one, and you catch a glimpse beneath you of a perfect point done by your friend Peanut, where Lechuza is sitting on their haunches with Armane on their shoulder, crafting flowers for what seems to be some form of crown. I assume you, well, actually, tell me, when you are not flying, how do you keep up with the four-legged folk? Do you also hitch a ride on Lechuza, who has broad shoulders?
Got dibs on the left shoulder. If the airflow is much better on that shoulder.
If the choose is fine with it, I'll hitch a ride on the choose as well. If not, I'll just fly, take a break, and then piddle along slowly, ploddingly, mournfully.
Oh, you could ride on me.
Oh, okay. I'll ride on Peanut.
I don't
Okay.
want. Yeah.
I'm done pointing.
Oh,
Okay.
and the flower crown looks done. Lenore, this is Lechuza has made a crown to dictate when Peanut is the mayor and when he is not. Truly a thing of magnificence.
Oh, that'd be good. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know when you're on the clock. You have to know when you're off the clock.
Mm-hmm. You're very brainy. It's good thinking.
I need to learn how to tell time.
You just stand on the clock or you're off of it. There's no telling of at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
We can try it later. Those clocks, you gotta take them off the wall, but you could stand on them, and then you're on the clock.
This is going to be easy.
Onward. And they're gonna like start gesturing their noodles where Peanut was pointing on top of Lechuza.
Excellent. And in the direction in which Peanut is pointing and Armani is noodling, you find a cellar-style door where one of, the two doors that kind of open up and outward, and one of them has been thrown open and left as such. There is a bit of blood that you notice on the threshold, and the stairs going down lead into a darkened hallway that turns to inky blackness. Do you proceed?
We want to go in. That's awfully dark. But nope, definitely can't see in the dark. Oh, I'm afraid of the dark.
It's all right, Armani. Don't worry. Don't worry about the dark. You're on me. I will be your eyes and ears and
nose.
and beak.
Oh, but and beak. I can't smell either. Did I tell you about the time that I smelled an entire coral reef and the scent never left my nostrils?
You have to tell me that story one day. I wish I could smell a coral reef one day. It's mostly just pine, maple, birch, Douglas fir.
Could you walk and talk? I'd feel better listening to tree talk as we enter the creepy cellar. What kind of tree trunk is the cellar made out of?
That looks like a nice little, probably like a maple, nice and sturdy. But someone kind of strong must have probably ripped it off.
Gotta give it a
I guess we're on the right track.
Peanut will bite a corner of the cellar door and confirm that it is maple.
Indubitably.
It's very mapley, but it's not quite maple syrupy, which is disappointing to Peanut.
It's good. Good chew stick. Good.
Let's be on our way.
And as you head in to the darkened hallway of the cellar beneath the shrine, you find the short hallway doesn't go more than maybe 10 yards before it encounters a spiral, stone spiral staircase that leads further down. Here, though, there is the faint light of faint torchlight from the bottom of the stairwell, kind of illuminating its way up.
Is this stairwell big and wide enough for myself and Armani to make our way through?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent.
It's wide enough for probably 3 humanoids abreast.
Oh, so it's definitely going to fit all of us.
Want to investigate for any other leavings, human remnants?
Can I look around and see if I perceive anything? Anything that might be hidden or kind of tucked away somewhere?
Sure. Give me a roll.
Right. Yep. That sounds about right. But I get advantage on perception.
Mm-hmm.
That was off. That is a 17.
Okay. You will notice that the blood trail does continue through here. And you do pick up the scent that Peanut described and attributed to Tuk Tuk. So
does the trail of blood seem fresh? Is it kind of a consistent, or is it kind of
it's still
drop?
bad it hasn't got crusty yet.
Yeah, is it drop space drop?
Yes. So it's moving drops, so the elongated drops that point back away from you. I believe they point. Let's see, drop, move. So they point toward the direction you're headed.
A lot of time visualing blood drops. Yeah. Okay.
And they are a little bit tacky to the touch.
He's still hurt. That's good for us.
If we want to stab or reason, yes, this is excellent.
Also, we can catch him by surprise.
We should probably not touch that too much. That's pretty gross.
I wipe my feathers on the floor to kind of get it out and kind of ruffle my feathers a bit more.
You're basically water repellent. That's the same as blood.
Yeah, so that's what you pick up. You have a similar scent reaction, Peanut, to like the metallic scent of blood mixed in with Tuk Tuk's scent. And Lenore, it is also the scent of blood is something as a carrion creature that is familiar to you as it's brought to your attention. It's much more like front of mind as you move on. I assume y'all are going down.
Always.
Who here can see without light?
Not me.
No.
I can.
I can as well. Let's just we'll just make sure we spot anything that are non friends who can't see in the without light. I guess this is light, right? I mean, I can kind of see all the time.
Oh, I know what we can do. Let's see. Armani, hold something in one of your tentacles, okay?
Oh, okay. Here was a very nicely shaped rock.
Very nice. I touch the rock with my feather, and I cast light.
Ooh, now it is beautiful. Maybe swing it around.
Excellent.
Yeah, everyone
Bit
can
of a
see.
disco vibe.
I just have to bob along with like the rhythm of the of the rock.
Peanut
Good.
chases the
Keeps
shadow
us
on the
going.
wall.
Love it. Love it. So as you proceed down the stone stairwell, you reach the bottom where the faint torchlight of a torch that's burning out remains. You can see from your own light stone much clearer than what you had seen previously at a glance. And these halls are rough-hewn stone. They clearly date way back before this city was built, or at least the shrine above it was built. These are not shaped stone. It's carved out like it was dug. And you make your way down the cold and dark, well, not dark now with the light, but lifeless hallway. Are you taking any precautions as you go?
No. I got a light. It looks great. Peanuts
Excellent.
chasing the light. Latrice is dancing with me.
Mhm.
Lenore, are you taking precautions?
I hop off of Peanut, and I'm creeping along as well. I'm 10 feet per hour. I'm creeping as it is, but I'm making sure I don't hop because I am in heavy armor.
Mhm.
Peanut's gonna cast a mage armor on himself.
Okay.
And I think Lachusa's just going to stroll in with the others. Not really going to do anything as of now.
We're good. What could go wrong?
No one's going to hurt animals.
No. We've got the upper noodles.
Should we do a heckin' sneak? Be
Mhm.
heckin' sneaky.
I get lower on Lachusa's shoulder.
Heckin' sneak.
Maybe I'll like envelop the light in my, so like I glow a little bit, but it's a lot less bright if we want to do a sneak.
Peanut's gonna belly crawl on the floor.
Okay.
I try and just make myself as small as possible.
Okay.
As small as a 3.5 foot tall raven can, which is actual height for a raven, can make herself while trying to crouch and step, crouch and step, crouch and step, holding my armor tightly.
Everybody make a stealth check for me.
Now, why'd you have to say that?
Oh dear.
And that's a 10. I like to think that Peanut can't see in the dark, so he just goes nose first into like a crate or a barrel on accident.
I got a
That's
15.
9. I have a 9.
Oh no, I like that I'm quieter than you.
I mean, well, you're on me, so
Right.
you don't have to really make that much noise.
Okay, and so we've got a 10, a 9, a 16, and a 15. Excellent. So basically about 50-50. Is kind of going with like the group check idea here. 15, or actually 14 was the number I was looking for, and 2 are above, 2 are below. And as you make your way down the hall, you'll find there's an archway that becomes illuminated. And there's a shadow that kind of flickers in the illumination. It's amorphous at this time, but as you get closer and closer, you'll notice the shadow being cast towards you is of an armored, goblin with spiked armor. You're assuming this must be Tuk Tuk. You've seen Tuk Tuk before in the battle on the streets, standing at a pedestal which holds a censer and a flame within it burning. And you see Tuk Tuk there, kneeling before it. What do you all do?
I whispered to everyone, is he praying?
Oh, this is inappropriate to a duck at a time like this.
It is, but we will have the element of surprise. I feel like we should wait. It feels wrong just to go and attack.
Yeah, if he's praying, we should at least let him finish, right?
Yeah.
We could get him right when he's done. We could do a little. We could like position ourselves in a certain way to kind of like just jump in all at once and all out attack.
Yes, we can overcome them with our arms.
And I want to listen in while he's praying, see if I could possibly make out to whom he's praying.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Let's do perception for that. And do you have any particular skills or other abilities that you'd like to apply?
Now I'm proficient in religion, so
I'm going to extend
that
one
might
of
be
my
helpful, but let's
claws
see,
out
perception.
to Lenore and to say, like, you got this, and just cast guidance
Okay.
to them.
Okay,
So-
so guidance is a 14.
Okay. So that's how well you hear. And then give me the religion to see how well you decipher it.
A 14.
A 14. You can
And
have
what's
the
the
guidance to
guidance
both because we're
Guidance is a D4.
D4?
1d4.
Okay. So adding the D4, that's a 1, so it's a 15.
Okay. So you pick up on a number of the different phrases. It is in Goblin or some form of Goblinoid language. But there are certain names or specifics that come from other languages, words that come from other languages that you do pick out. And you notice that it is a prayer to the one that many call the Lord of Fire. And it abruptly stops. And you hear Tuk Tuk grumble and then bellow. Heretics. This is a false idol. And they go into a rage. Roll initiative.
Heck. That's
I'm
what we
gonna
get for
give
being
myself-
polite little beans.
I'm going to give myself guidance to this.
Okay.
Ooh,
Peanut got a 14.
Lenora got a 2.
I got an 8.
just want to double check the thing that I get. That's attack rolls.
wait,
Okay, we're good. So
6,
I'm just going
9 rather.
Ooh, I got a healthy 6.
Okay. All righty. And we have a 12 for Tuk Tuk. So Peanut was 14.
Yeah.
Tuk Tuk was 12.
Everybody else is after Tuk Tuk.
Is after Tuk Tuk? Okay.
We're too polite.
You will notice, though, that Tuk Tuk does not turn to face you, Peanut. When Tuk Tuk said that, they are still facing the pedestal. And they raise up like they're getting ready to initiate combat, but they are facing the pedestal, not you.
Peanut is going to move forward with his ears plastered back in a rather low stance, moving up behind Tuk Tuk. And Peanut is going to cast... Let's see. He's going to cast Charm Person and just move in front of Tuk Tuk and just roll onto his belly.
Okay.
So I will need a Wisdom saving throw from Tuk Tuk.
Wisdom saving throw. Oh, where is it that I can just do it? That is a 13.
He fails. So he finds me charming, delightful. Emotional support pet is here.
And you see, as Tuk Tuk has this maul raised, two-handed maul, look down at Peanut and go, "Oh, aren't you just a good boy?" And reaches down and gives you belly scritches.
Friend.
What are you doing here?
Friend.
Yeah, you're a good friend.
Oh, Peanut. Ask him about the destruction or paying our bills.
Oh, Bill Gold. We need belly scratch.
Mm-hmm. Gives lots of scritches. What is a thing like you need gold for?
City mad.
Bah. Corrupt city. False idols. They taint the name of the eternal flame.
Quirks his head to a side and one ear goes up.
At this point, Tuk Tuk is actually on one knee. The maul is head down, kind of holding, it with one hand and scritching Peanut's belly with the other. It's not that he hasn't noticed the others. He just doesn't seem to be worried.
Meet friends. Meet friends. Meet friends. Peanut will do that dog awkward flip
Head
from
thing.
his back onto his feet and kind of weave in between Tuk Tuk's legs while also trying to point to his friends with his snoot.
Oh. There's a whole little group of you. He gives you ear scritches while he looks upon the others.
If I may be so bold to inquire, Tuck Tuck, you have you done all of the destruction around this town?
The town is filled with charlatans, liars, cheaters, rogues.
Eels?
I haven't found any eels.
Oh. Okay, so you've not done all the destruction? Have you been wrongly accused of the laws that the humans make?
Oh no, I destroyed everything that I found that was a lie. Like I was about to destroy this false idol. This is not the eternal flame. Someone else has stolen it.
We could potentially know. You say these humans are like eels. What would stop them from stealing it?
I don't know. They probably sold it for money or something, some sort of greed. They have no respect for traditions.
If we found out what happened to your eternal flame, could you give us money and then never come back?
I'm gonna be mayor.
He's just staring like, okay.
We are powerful. Look at Peanut, the mighty, the mayor.
You want to be mayor too? Both mayors. 2 mayors.
But I'm not supposed to be here.
We could disguise you. I have a feather. They point to the feather in their hat.
I'm going to use Druidcraft to kind of like have wind blow through, so the feather kind of like sways a bit.
You will notice now that you are closer and not in the midst of espionage, Lenore, that the person before you, the goblin before you, has a medallion on a chain around their neck to a primordial deity of the plane of fire.
Are you priest? Shaman?
No, defender.
Oh, champion.
Destroyer.
Oh.
Yep, that sounds about right based on my experience. And the eternal flame, your god?
It was a gift. A gift to the world when it was born. And someone has sullied that gift and put an imposter in its place.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. You don't know who?
Peanut, go smell the altar.
Okay. Peanut's gonna go.
Sorry, Lenore.
Peanut's gonna go sniff the altar and probably also lick it,
Okay.
as you do.
I give Peanut guidance.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
Okay. Oh, 23.
Excellent.
You have guidance if you want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna
You
save
see-
it for when D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond doesn't like me.
There we go.
Yeah.
The pedestal itself seems to have been made out of some sort of stalactite, and it has a sulfurous quality to it when you taste it. It doesn't have as much of an aroma anymore because of how old it is. But when you lick it, it definitely has that aftertaste. It's not pungent or, extremely disgusting, but it definitely is there. You will notice, though, as you are sniffing around, that the flame on the pedestal does not smell like fire. In fact, it doesn't smell like anything.
Have you ever seen videos of a dog when they're handed like a citrus slice, like a lemon or something,
Mhm.
that moment of betrayal?
They eat it trustingly, yeah. And then, ooh.
As Peanut licks this stalactite, he gets that look like halfway through the lick of having made a huge mistake, and then looks up at the flame with his mouth and his tongue still hanging out and sniffs. Blech. Fire's not fire. Blech. Blech.
I'm going to druid craft some edible flowers for Peanut, ones that are safe for Peanut too.
Mhm.
Don't want to bring any harm to him. And said, "Here, Peanut, to get that looks like a nasty taste out of your mouth," and I'll lay it right before him.
I think this is one of my favorite uses of druidcraft ever. I just want to point this out.
Peanut will gladly eat the palate cleanser.
Tuk Tuk will say, "See? False idol. There is no power here, as we suspected."
If I stand on my hind legs and put my feet up on the pedestal, can I get close enough to the flame to see if it's warm? If it gives off heat?
Yeah, you can. And it does not. No, I take that back. It does give off the sensation of heat. But as your nose gets closer to it, because of the sensitivity of like your dog's nose versus maybe a humanoid hand, it doesn't ever get to that temperature where you would expect to feel like, oh, it's going to start burning. Does that make sense? It's like this constant heat. It doesn't intensify as you get closer. It's just this constant heat sensation. So it's like one note of heat.
Can I roll something to determine if it's an illusion?
Sure.
What would you like?
Arcana
Okay.
would be a good one.
18.
Definitely an illusion. Not a low level illusion, but a high level illusion of some sort, maybe mixed with other magics for permanency purposes. Because you don't see any arcane runes or anything around that would like signify that it's being tended to.
It's magic. Not real. Not real. It smells funny.
Lachu's just going to bring his claw like through it, like slowly, not like the one where you go fast and it's kind of like everyone's like, "Oh wow, you're fully fireproof," like just nice and slow over. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's warm to the touch, but it never burns.
Tuk Tuk, I could see why you're upset, and I'm sorry you're angered. I mean, it doesn't feel right. But someone took it, and it sounds like you just want this back belonged to you. It seems like you want to share it with everyone else too.
It is a pity.
You're kind of like us. People just see what we look like on the outside and just expect what they see, but no one stops to really see who we are. Apologize.
No need. I am but a tool of the divine. I have a very specific purpose. And I am called upon when needed.
Can't help you?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, so we can't help you?
If you can find the flame and restore it.
Well, we've got Peanut, and we've got a mayoral candidacy to take care of.
We're good at finding things. We play fetch all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And on that note, we're going to go to our break. And
All
when
right.
we come back, we will hunt for the actual flame and the real villain behind it all.
Awesome. This is so much fun. Thank you everyone for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for vibing and chat with us, for all of the puns. These puns are great. Keep them up. We will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes after we refresh our drinks, so don't go nowhere unless it's to grab a drink, grab a friend, or go check out this this cool set of rules. I'll throw the link up in chat while we're on break. Bye, everybody. And we are back. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us through the break. I hope you enjoyed that great break music. If you want to get it, it's royalty free. It's over on tabletopaudio.com. They're super cool. Not sponsored. I just really love them. Also, just so everyone knows, if you joined us halfway through the first half of our session, this is a charity channel. I don't keep any of my financial income from Twitch. I've been donating it to the trevorproject.org since mid-2020. And it's been a lot of fun to raise funds just for, you know, hanging out here with a bunch of really neat people playing games, TTRPGs, video games. I did a Lego crafting stream with my partner the other day, and we built some Legos together, so that was super cool. So if you want to hang out, go ahead, leave a follow. If you feel like subbing, half of that goes to Twitch as normal, and the other half is going to go to the trevorproject.org. Or even better, go to trevorproject.org and just make a donation and then tweet it at me, and I'll give you the fun gift to go with it. I'll send you a puppy. I think everyone deserves a puppy gift.
Like a whole puppy?
No. No, like
I
a
was
gift
confused
of
too.
a puppy.
Okay.
I wish I could send
Are we
everyone
talking
a
a
puppy.
stuffed puppy, crochet
Gosh,
puppy, real puppy?
If I could send everyone a
balloon
peanut,
puppy?
I'd send everyone a peanut. That's what I'd do.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I would do. But I'm going to go ahead and hand it back over to Chris now. Chris, go ahead and drop us back in this wonderful game.
All right. So we return beneath the shrine in the lower level where the eternal flame imposter rests. And we have Tuk Tuk, our four familiars, our fab four familiars, and a plan, sort of, kind of, maybe. Find the flame, find the bad guy, help the adventurers.
Peanut becomes mayor.
Peanut becomes mayor.
Help
Best
Tuk
bear.
Tuk.
Best.
You will hear behind you, psst.
What? Who goes there?
A regular sized rat kind of comes out from the shadows and says, "You there? Are you all making trouble?"
Quite the opposite. We are resolving trouble.
Mm.
I'm the best boy.
And running a campaign.
Mm. Well, there's a lot of trouble in town. Didn't know if you were part of it.
What kind of
What do you know
trouble?
about the trouble?
Lenore and I are of the same mind.
Well, my kind talks to one another. We keep this city running.
Many of you are most influential. It is very
You're a
impressive.
politician?
No, we didn't say that, but we're the ones that make sure things get done. You know, you can't count on the humanoids for much. They meddle in so many things.
You might just be the one to help us. We're trying to get our friend Peanut to be the new mayor, acquire gold for our humans, write off their laws that they broke, and find the real flame.
This one's
I
fake.
think I got everything. Yeah.
We're willing to pay for any sort of information.
Well, how about a favor for a favor? Information for a favor?
That sounds fair.
Could you call us perhaps then, are we brodents?
Not quite yet. I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
But you see, a number of our kind have been killed or disposed of during all of the chaos that's gone on in the last bit of the city. I think it's on purpose to undermine our working. I suspect the city guard.
Is that the culprit?
They're corrupt, you know.
The entire guard? There's a lot of city and a lot of guard.
Yes, they influence a lot of things, almost as many as we do. But they do it all for money.
So we take out the entire city guard? Do we have the rats on our side, dear friend?
All of the rodents would be on your side.
Only if we're Brodens.
Yes. If we come to a deal, then you would be Brodens.
Oh, we must confer. Peanut, let's use Lenore. And like Noodles are trying to like pull you into the circle.
Peanut will spin around exactly 3 times and then sit down.
Naturally. What do we think of this? This is good.
It's good. I mean, there's strength in numbers, but I mean that's a lot of humans.
Yeah, taking out the city guard, that's a lot for the 4 of us. I mean, whew. Unless we were really, really smart. And Peanut, have you eaten anything really, really bad that's going to make a big stink?
No, but I could.
I'm going to look over at the rat and go, how many rats would be on our side again?
Well, I'd have to consult the charter, but last census, minus those that have gone missing or been killed in the last few hours, I'd say 43,000.
Oh,
That's a lot of voters.
That might work.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
must
that includes the
your
rats,
pollen.
the mice, the raccoons, and the possums.
Oh,
Possums.
naturally.
Possum's good. Eat good bugs. Eat bad bugs. Good eat bad.
Oh, yes.
Good eat bad bugs.
Ticks
Oh.
ticks are divine.
And the squirrels and the chipmunks as well.
Squirrels.
Oh, not now, Peanut.
No. Focus.
I would like to shake your hand. Dear Rat, what is your name?
You can call me Steve.
Steve. We are now Brodens. And from on top of Lechuza, they're going to try to like, there's probably a major height difference between the rat on the ground and then me on top of the owl bear.
The rat will scurry up
Oh, good.
and shake your tentacle.
We have a deal. We attack at dawn, and they look around.
But it's noon. Why are we waiting till dawn?
We don't really know when dawn is.
I thought it
That's when the
was
sun comes up.
We're off the clock. Are we? No, wait. We are
There's no clock under us.
on the clock.
Step 1. Get
We're
clock.
off the clock. So got to be on. We attack at dusk. And they look around for like, is that the right? Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
That's after kibble.
Good. Just gives us time to make plans.
Mm-hmm.
Indubitably.
What should we do about Tuk Tuk?
Look over to Tuk Tuk. Tuk Tuk's just been chilling with us.
Yeah, Tuk Tuk is now like standing up but leaning on his maul, just watching everything that's unfolding. You don't know if he understands all of the things that have been said amongst you all, but he's just kind of admiring what's happening.
Because we could put him to work to do one of our tasks that we don't want to do. Either installing Peanut as mayor, getting gold for our people, or helping us find the flame. So I think those are our three main things to do
Mhm.
before dusk.
I think, well, Tuk Tuk is kind of wanted by those guards, and
Yes.
we should keep Tuk Tuk safe. Stay away from the scary guard humans. I don't think they're here to protect us.
They
I
can be
think-
official rat coordinators.
Yeah, they could get word out. But I don't know. Tuk Tuk, do you want to help us? I mean, what do you want to do?
I want to find the actual flame and return it to where it belongs.
Okay.
Oh, well, you heard the goblin. To the flame.
The rodent,
I'm gonna look
Steve, will say to you all, it's rumored that the captain of the guard took the flame to sell it. They
Oh,
plan on
oof.
smuggling it out sometime soon.
Blasphemous. Where?
Probably headquarters.
Oh, well, I don't know where the headquarters are. Could somebody let know where you flew? To the headquarters.
Hey, come on. First things first. I'm gonna look over at Tuk Tuk.
Mhm.
With all the blood we saw, this
Right.
open wounded.
Yeah, Tuk Tuk's a little wounded, but Tuk Tuk's not letting anybody really. He's not flinching.
You want the flame. We want you to get the flame so we can hopefully resolve this.
Mhm.
Here. Let me show you. You can trust us. And I'm gonna throw a second level cure wounds on Tuk Tuk.
Okay. Tuk Tuk will recognize what you are doing and acquiesce. And thank you. And then also thank your deity, or ask you to thank your deity on their behalf.
It doesn't do any good to go out hurt. That's
No.
how you get hurt worse.
This is true. So,
Before we leave, Lachuz is going to present Tuk Tuk with a druid crafted blood rose in the shape of his maw.
oh, neat.
So that way, in solidarity, we see you for who you are, just as you see us for who we are.
He will tuck it inside his bracer.
Tuck it?
Yep. He will
you.
tuck it.
Tuck will tuck. Gotcha.
Tuck will tuck the blood rose maul inside his bracer.
Okay, well then, I think we are prepared.
To the flame.
Onward.
Peanut's gonna run over to Tuk Tuk as we leave, put both paws up his leg, and just give him a woof, and then leave, saying goodbye to his new friend. I'm gonna end up commissioning art of Peanut and Tuk Tuk now. I can feel it. I can feel it.
We might need that.
So, where how do you want to organize your new resources? Where exactly would you like Tuk Tuk to go versus the rats or the
versus yourselves?
Well, rodents are going to do the guardhouse. Tuck Tuck, like he's got to find that flame info, but we don't really know where to send him for that.
Well, the
only
rodents said that
lead
they
was
think
what,
it's being
Steve?
kept at the headquarters.
Yeah. So, I mean, he might not be a bad idea, a bad person to kind of go charging in with.
Or we could have the rodents.
In theory, we could send. This is a horrible thing to do. Lenore wouldn't suggest this, damn it, but I will. Because I'm a horrible person. He's wanted. He's a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
But if he could move some of the guards, we could have him run the guards to the rats while we slipped in.
Yes.
Well, we have 47,000 rodents.
43,000.
43,000
Come on, don't
rodents
inflate
to
the
help us
numbers.
out. So,
Okay.
I mean, we could use a small percentage of that as distraction.
How many rodents can we put in a trench coat to make look like Tuck Tuck?
What size of a trench coat? And do you have spikes?
How
Tuck Tuck
tall is
size?
Tuck Tuck?
4'3".
So we're probably gonna need like a
Big
child's like
30 rats, 32?
yeah, 32.
How many raccoons are involved?
I
in the
mean, we're
rodents?
gonna need to use
Oh,
a
you know
raccoon
what?
for the head of it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any possums?
Maybe a possum for the base, 2 possums on the base to be like,
Ooh,
they'll
yeah.
make like a triangle and then it's
Then fill it out with the
complicated.
rest?
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
about.
I'd say possum has hands.
Oh, possum is
Ooh,
hands.
we got good grabby hands.
Okay,
Mhm,
that's true. That's true. So all of
somewhere
these.
around like 18, 20.
Okay. Okay, so all of these vermin in a trench coat, and then we can make some spikes out of mud and stick them on, and send them running through town.
This will work.
Yeah, I'm here for
Sure.
this. There's nothing wrong with this plan. It's perfect.
No. What could go wrong?
Excellent. Lenore, give me just a straight wisdom roll.
Okay, straight. That's an 8.
That seems pretty good. Yeah, you like that. Who's my other wisdom person? Lechuza.
I will use D&D Beyond as my dice have been failing me.
Yeah, you both think that this is going to work out quite well.
Damn you, D&D Beyond.
I see nothing wrong with this
Been
plan.
on Josephina for too long, but this seems safe.
Given with enough mud, enough possums, and our rodents friends.
So where are you sending faux Tuck Tuck versus Tuck Tuck?
That's an
Fair enough.
Faux
excellent
Tuck Tuck
question.
would probably go like right through the center of town
Okay.
to draw the most attention.
Okay.
And then we can send real Tuck Tuck to wherever the stuff's being sold.
Okay.
Rats on the guardhouse. And
So who's going to break into headquarters to figure out where it's being sold then?
Sounds like a job for us.
Excellent.
oh yeah.
So Tuck Tuck will make himself as scarce as possible to wait for the location of the sale. And faux Tuck Tuck, the rodents will convene outside the cellar doors for their makeup and dress attire. And upon your instruction, we'll make a run through the center of the city, as you all will go the other direction towards headquarters, which is on the west side of the city, outside of the central district.
That's the plan.
Excellent.
Flawless.
So let's go ahead and who wants to give me an athletics roll for our faux tuk-tuk?
I'll give it a shot. Like, can I use my character sheet?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So this is what I don't forget my name. This is what Harmony is all about, helping hands. So the idea that there's so many like rodents and possums and raccoons and like tiny little grabby feet that like all of Armani's 8 hands can hopefully utilize 25
Nice.
skills to help out these little friends.
Excellent. So
This goes here and this goes here and that. Oh yes, this is busting you up.
you never knew that Armani had such a knack for
Such hands-on skills.
costuming. But now the whole group knows your secret is out. And the faux tuk-tuk runs through the center of the city and makes quite the fuss and heads the opposite direction of headquarters before dissipating into a swarm of rodents that scurry in a variety of directions. During that time, you all successfully go undetected on your way to headquarters.
Yeah, perfect.
Where you find that because most of the city guard was out fraudulently bringing up charges on your adventurers, there are only 2 folks left at headquarters.
Oh, there's no humans around. Fletcherza, this is a task for you. And I'm going to give you like a really good shoulder pat and then a head pat. This is the moment that we have been waiting for. We need you to eliminate them and just kind of kick them out.
Okay.
I just want to find a way to kind of like get them out. Don't have to really hurt them or anything. Just kick them out of this area.
One of them is sitting behind like the desk, kind of feet propped up, and is actually asleep. The other one you just saw wander back down a hallway, but you didn't like to your right.
Okay. They remove their tentacles from your head. Actually, Peanut, this might be a task for you. You could just kind of sneak in and grab the info that we need. This doesn't have to be dramatic at all.
Right. Where's the info?
Do we know? Can we tell?
If it's the guard captain that's doing it, it might be in their office.
Okay. I gotta go yell at my dog. Peanut.
Okay. I also have a question. Can Peanut read?
Yes.
Okay. Then Peanut will sneak in, belly crawling on the floor past the sleeping person and try to look for the correct door.
Okay.
That's a 10 for a...
You still have a +4 for guidance.
Oh gosh, with a +4. Where's my... $13.
Well, both of those that might notice you are at disadvantage, one because they're sleeping, the other because they are preoccupied in another direction within the building, and you go seemingly undetected.
I'm an international super spy. All right.
Does anybody is Peanut going alone? Is all I'm checking on.
No, Peanut's not going alone.
Lenore's gonna hunker down.
I'm gonna hunker down and fly casual.
Okay. You need a 7 or better to not be noticed.
Got this.
Yep. Excellent. 13. That
Only
works.
13.
So by air and by land, the sneaking happens, and you make your way to the guard captain's quarter or office, and you will find in, depending on your investigation roll, show me what you find.
14.
Eight.
8. Okay. Lenore, you're going to find a number of documents that seem to be like just piled up on the desk, and there's a lot of paperwork here. Lamenting paperwork earlier, you can tell that this person must also lament paperwork because they're leaving a lot of it undone. However, you do find some of it to be meticulous, and it is a ledger that seems to track money, but it's in some sort of code. Peanut, as you are snooping around, you find in or on one of the shelves a nondescript book that has pages that are loose within it. And one of the pages smells a lot like peanut butter. And that's what led you to this book. And the page itself has a smear of peanut butter in the bottom left-hand corner, but you know how the oils kind of soak in to things? And the page itself, if you choose to read it before you eat it.
I will give it a glance over before I start licking the paper.
Okay. Outlines the deal that was offered to multiple people. It's a generic letter, which is why you think it was offered to multiple people. There's no specific person, but the sale is supposed to happen after dusk today at a warehouse nearby.
Okay. Can I eat just the corner of the paper that has the peanut butter on it without destroying the whole thing?
Give me a dexterity save.
Oh boy. I'm going to roll a physical die. Trust you to be on. Oh, that was a good choice. 15.
Yeah.
Plus 2.
Yeah. You
17.
chew off the oily part on the bottom right that didn't have any writing on it, and preserve the rest of the paper.
There's just a little chunk of paper stuck to his snoot. But he'll come back with the paper.
Oh, you found something.
And yeah, I'm taking the ledger and
Okay.
lamenting. At least I keep my desk organized.
It's very true. It's really not okay how awfully organized this captain is. All that responsibility and no organization skills.
Okay, so we have what Peanut, what does that say?
Blip.
Oh,
We have to go to a cave place and after dusk. And there's a sale.
oh yes, stuff the good, the fire hot thing will be there after dusk. Okay, good. Lenore, what did you discover?
A payment ledger and a weird code. We're probably gonna need that for later. But cave. We need to make sure that Tuk Tuk knows that, because I think having him with us for this would be a good idea.
Yes.
Also, there was nothing
They're
important
selling
around the
this,
corner.
they're gonna have some muscle.
Big muscles.
Absolutely.
Should we have some of the Brodenses come as well?
They have their own battle to fight.
Mhm.
They're fighting for vengeance for those rodents that have perished in this past event.
We pan over to some of the alleyways where raccoons have scurried down and city guards are chasing after them. And then like squirrels and chipmunks pop up on the edge of the roofs and just start pelting them with stones.
Yes, acorns.
Lenore, do you mind if I take a look at that ledger? Maybe I might
Sure.
be able to make some sense of it.
I whip it out of my magical interdimensional space and open it up.
I'd like to see if I can make any sense of what is written within this document.
So it details kind of like the price that they are seeking for the flame, and the location and the requirements for showing up. It is basically that they are to come with only 2 additional people, and the price is 85,000 gold,
Wow.
preferably in untraceable gems. It actually says that.
I detail this back to our to my companions and say, well, maybe if we go and we actually get the flame for Tuk Tuk, maybe Tuk Tuk won't have to get the gold. Maybe these gems might
Oh,
pay
yes.
off our adventurers, our companions.
Oh, that's brilliant. I don't know money or currency or numbers, but I'm sure gems are good payment.
If it says untraceable, it's probably a good thing.
Untraceable. The most expensive gem.
Yeah.
I look up at this guy. Well, how much time do you figure we have until this is going down?
Oh, until dusk. We all.
I would like to know precisely how long Peanut has until kibble time. When is that
Ooh, that's
internal
how you
timer gonna go
know.
off?
Yes.
Well, I need to know from Sarah
Mm-hmm.
how premature is Peanut's timer when testing the boundaries to get kibble early?
30 minutes.
30 minutes?
He's most successful if it's 30 minutes ahead of time. He's tried sooner, but it never works out. Mom's too smart.
Okay. Probably 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours till kibble time. Then it gets dark.
Oof, that's plenty of time.
Yes. You'll have plenty of time to be able to get to get or make whatever plans you want, and then we can time skip ahead to the action.
After kibble.
Perfect.
Yes, after kibble, of course. What preparations would you like to make besides, of course, eating kibble?
I don't think. I mean, you know what? Let's use if there's any more like mayoral outfits we think need to be set up, this is probably the best time for it.
Peanut would probably need a short rest to gain back that spell slot he used earlier.
That can easily be done.
Upon hearing that suggestion from Armony, Latruse is going to sit down and then put his hand on his claw on his beak and kind of stroke his feathers and like an outfit, and closes his eyes, opens his palm, and you see a vest appear, slowly starting to like materialize. A green vest with the stems around as like the outer stitching of it, a nice little blossom over the pocket, and the patterns are just going to be just little dark green doggy prints, doggy paws on it. And then I'll
name like on the chest, like Mayor Peanut.
It's gonna be on the back, like right underneath the collar.
Oh my gosh!
Not so like gaudy, like where it's like, you know, big and bright. No, it's gonna be just wholesome, just nice and wholesome. And it's gonna say Mayor Peanut the first. I think this sounds a little bit more politician-y, if there ever was such a word. And
gotta have a number in there somewhere, right?
Yeah. And I'll present it to Peanut. It says here, your official outfit for your when you're in office. Here you go.
Peanut's gonna get the zoomies. He's very excited.
Oh wow.
Going to also druidcraft about 4 different daisies that say vote for Peanut on it, and just pass them out to everyone.
Ooh, this is gonna go right in my hat. Vote for Peanut. Vote for Peanut.
Love it.
Yeah, I think we're probably prepared, unless Lenore has anything else. Nah.
No, I'm good.
All right, time to party.
All righty. So it is dusk. You have seen a total of 5 figures enter. 2 entered early on, one of which the Council of Rodents informed you was the captain of the city guard. And then another hooded figure with 2 large, burly I would say maybe Goliaths escorting them inside.
Nothing to be afraid of. This is fine.
Question, Chris. Is Tuk nearby us?
Oh, Tuk is with you.
Oh yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
That was part of the prep that I forgot to talk about.
I also present Tuk with a vote for Peanut button as well.
He will tuck it like in his armor
Tuck, we'll tuck it in the
Tuck will tuck it in the armor.
Thank you. Oh, Tuck, that's a good look for you. Now,
Tuck the flower tucker.
you're gonna be the front and center. This is gonna be a scary battle, but we will find your fire and we will get our gold and save the city and probably install a new mayor.
Work.
For Peanut!
Work.
Are you going in stealthy or are you just letting Tuck ram the door?
Oh gosh. I don't get to make those choices. Y'all?
Or should I say this? Does anybody want to try and go in stealthy before Tuck just breaks down the door?
That's a good way to word it.
Yes. Actually, Peanut will try and go in stealthy with his greater invisibility up.
Ooh,
Okay.
Here for it.
Roll with advantage.
Okay. Advantage. Dirty 20.
Excellent.
Nice.
Peanut finds, because it is a warehouse, it has a variety of different entrances and exits. They went in through like the humanoid sized door, but one of the bay doors doesn't actually close all the way. And it has this gap. The two doors don't come all the way together, and it has this gap, and the hinges have shifted. So at the bottom, it bows out a little bit, it tents out a little bit. And so Peanut was able to sneak through there without any trouble.
Okay. I guess Peanut has got the advantage, but Chusa, what do we do? Lenore, you could sneak in, but
I'm gonna hold back. I'm gonna let the clamoring battering ram clamor and batter.
that's a good distraction. So yeah.
Yeah.
And then gonna hover back and then glide on in.
You'll see Tuck rage and actually kick down the door and then charges in to the warehouse. Your commotion has been made. Lenore, how do you proceed behind?
I'm going to say I'm going to be flying about 15 feet off the ground if it's big enough.
Okay.
And moving probably, we'll say 80%, so about 20 feet around, just trying to, I want to be able to see him, but I don't want to be too close.
Okay. The warehouse is fairly empty on the inside. There are crates and stuff stacked in a couple, two of the corners, the back corners, and along the opposite wall, but there's not a whole lot. And in the center, you'll see the city guard captain, a noble looking person, and then the hooded figure and these two hulking Goliaths that flank them. And before them is a rough-hewn table. Upon it is a chest in which they open, and a bright fire comes out from it. At which point Tuck is running and bellowing their battle cry, and they turn to face. Before we roll initiative, though, Lechuza and Armani, how do you enter?
Lechuza, that's on you. I'm stuck on your shoulders. I point a lot, but I also have 8 arms, so you can't really follow any of them.
How far away are Armani and Lechuza from the brawling that's about to proceed?
About 60 feet.
Okay, excellent.
A little less than that, but not enough to make a difference.
If we are to fight, I would like to get close.
We'll get close in one moment.
Oh, I trust
Chusa
you.
closes his eyes for a bit and mutters something to himself, and with about 60 feet in right next to Tuk Tuk, there's going to be a a beast. I'm casting Summon Beast
Mhm.
to go up and aid in aid Tuk Tuk. Let's
Excellent.
just say it's a much, I don't want to say fiercer, it's a larger, more intimidating presence of Peanut
Oh, I like it.
Oh,
right next to Tuk Tuk.
but it's not cuter because that's impossible.
That's
It's
impossible.
not impossible. It's
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
it's just a little fiercer. This is Peanut in like, I imagine, like in serious game time mode.
It's how Peanut sees himself.
Yeah, it's that one meme of the golden dog, like the super sweet one,
Uh-huh.
Peanut, and then like the werewolf. That's how Peanut sees himself.
Mhm. Peanut
Yeah.
thinks he's much bigger than he actually is.
Too
Perfect.
good.
So I cast Summon Beast and have a Peanut bestial ally next to Tuk Tuk.
All right.
And I'll move forward, so that way Armani can go ahead and go about as they please.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'll noodle my way forward. It's clearly probably slow going. I can walk. I can like roll. I just picked up a lot of dirt like a Katamari, right, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can walk, but you also, so the other thing that you can do is you have the ability, an ability called Giant Leap. And if
Didn't see it.
yeah, if Lechuza runs in,
Uh-huh.
you can use the momentum to launch yourself 3 feet plus twice your strength, so 11 feet, in any direction. So up, forward, whatever. So say Lechuza got within 10 feet
Uh-huh.
or 15 feet, you could launch yourself right into combat.
Am I going to fastball special Armani into combat?
That sounds like a
Basically,
dream.
you don't have to throw them. You just have to run to give them the momentum, and then they launch themselves from your shoulder.
I love it.
I just need some good speed. I'm very aerodynamic.
He'll run as fast as possible.
Yes. I got all my
right
swords
to the
out.
point where Armani's just going to go, I imagine, like a flying, like just flying around, like
a jelly
arms whipping
fireball.
everywhere.
Yeah. The tentacles kind of look like flames if you squint a little bit.
Mhm.
Oh, this is a
Perfect.
dream.
So we need initiative to know when all of this takes place.
All right. 21.
Goodness. I got 21 as well.
Yeah.
What do you
That's a
want for
nice.
the
17.
what do you want for the tiebreaker?
Dex, probably. Who's faster?
Sure, that works.
I've got a +2.
I have +2 as well.
Okay, what's next? I mean, I'm happy to defer to you if that's just
Go
like
ahead
is
and
that-
take it. That's fine.
There's no mechanic for that.
Well,
Yeah.
we can defer on this round, or let's say we'll defer because technically you're going to have to wait until Lechuza moves.
Exactly.
So then when we go back to 21, you'll just be the second 21.
Perfect.
So your first action will happen the segment after Lechuza. The next one will happen at 21, but just after Peanut.
Deal.
Okay. So Lenore was 19 and Lechuza, what was yours again?
17.
17. Excellent. We will start with Peanut.
The best
All
of us.
right. Let's see. Best Boy is going to hex the captain of the guard.
Okay.
And then he's going to actions do a heckin' run and then a heckin' bite.
All
so
right.
I'm just gonna roll my dice because it's not coming in my sheet. 7's not gonna hit, right?
A 7 is not enough to hit the captain of the guard. No.
Peanut goes running for the guard full tilt and then trips over his own puppy feet and actually goes pot over tea kettle and lands in front of the guard. That'll be his turn.
Okay. That gives us Lenore at this point.
Okay. You said there are stacks of crates?
Yeah, along the wall that's opposite the humanoid-sized door and in the back 2 corners of the warehouse. There really isn't a lot around the center where they're located.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I have an idea. I'm trying to visualize and plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to fly forward as much as I can, hovering.
Okay, so
I do want to
half your movement.
Yeah, I want to hover up.
Mm-hmm.
And Captain of the Guard seems to be our target. So from here, no, I am going to channel divinity
Mm-hmm.
on the Captain of the Guard, path to the grave.
Oh,
So as my eyes go white and then fade back, now cursed. So the next time one of my allies hits him with an attack, he is vulnerable to all of that damage.
nice. Excellent.
And
So-
that's my turn.
Lechuza, you're going to use your movement to run in,
Mhm.
and then what is your action?
I'm going to.
Oh wait, you have your beast. So let's do that first because they're in proximity.
Yes. So they are going to go ahead and just take like a maul attack. They're going to go ahead and bite
Okay,
at them.
it's got to be a big heckin' bite since it's a big peanut.
Yep. See, melee, your
Is
spell
Tuck Tuck
attack.
in our initiative?
Tuck Tuck is. Yep,
Okay, cool.
I'm tracking Tuck Tuck.
Thank you. I'm excited for him. He's gonna wreck.
That's a 19.
Okay, that will hit the captain of the guard. Give me 2d6 plus 4.
That's 9 points.
Excellent. Now we have, I forgot you were 60 feet out, so you'd have to use your dash as well. So you'd
That's
have to do your movement and your full action
That's perfectly fine.
to yeet the Armani.
I would be more than happy to go ahead and do that.
Okay. So if you do have a bonus action, you could use that. Anything that uses a bonus action.
What do you got? What do you got?
Guardian of nature. What is this? No, I can't because my spell summon beast is concentration, so I can't do much of anything else.
Okay.
Well, that makes sense, unfortunately.
No, that makes sense. Okay. So then that gives us Armani.
Okay, let's choose it. How do you throw me? Is it like overhand, underhand, shot put?
Oh,
What's
you
the
leap.
angle?
You're leaping from the shoulder.
I'm
Okay.
gonna say I'm gonna go.
I feel like a team. Yeah.
I'm dashing up.
Uh-huh.
I'm running. I'm dashing, and I kind of like to stop. I kind of like power slide out,
Oh,
Yes.
and then like sort of like in the Avengers Age of Ultron, how like all the superheroes are kind of like leaping. I kind of imagine Armani just goes and like does that.
And if I don't know if this is a necessary roll, but I want to leap on top of. There was like the table with like the chest.
Yep.
I imagine, because we've got like the two figures. There's a shadowy, the hooded person, the captain, and the noble. Correct. And the Goliath. So I'm not going to worry about. Okay, well, Captain Guard seems to be the one that we are attacking. So, like, Armani's gonna land, like, swords out. Like, we only have one sword, but still.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a little pogo stick as they kind of land into the table and it sticks in. And I'm gonna double attack on that there Captain Guard.
19 is your target.
Oh goodness. What does charging do again? Is that where I get advantage? As a bonus action, you can give yourself advantage on a weapon attack rolls until the end of the current turn and give yourself temporary 5 HP. Yeah.
Do it.
I'm doing the thing. 27 on my first. That is a nat 20.
Oh, nice.
And I have a thing for crit that I didn't read. Oh God, that's cool. Gosh. So one-handed critical 15 damage. Where's the radiant? Oh, because of my weapon.
Mm-hmm.
When you score critical hit, the deal slashing damage to a creature you've grievously wounded until the start of your next turn. The target has disadvantage on all attack rolls. So our guard person just has disadvantage now on his attack rolls. And I'm going to go ahead and hit again.
Before that, though, remind me again, vulnerability, that doubles, right?
Yep, double damage.
So that'll be 30 points.
Dang.
I didn't give it to the summoned beast. I wanted to give it to one of your allies.
Hey. You ready for the next hit?
Yep.
Oh, 16.
Did you also roll the extra die, the extra damage die for that 15? So it should have been 3d8 total.
No, I did not. Hold on. Come on, digital dice, you got this. An extra 8 damage.
Okay.
I mean, I'm so sorry. I gotta look at the logs. The thing I rolled last didn't hit.
Was 13? Yeah.
16.
16 did not hit.
No, okay.
So
and that already is my bonus, so that is my turn. I'm in the middle of the table.
nice. Okay. So the captain of the guard, it looks grievously wounded. Absolutely. And you have Tuk Tuk coming through at this point. But going at the exact same time, same segment, the hooded figure throws back their hood, actually throws off their cloak, and they're actually a shorter goblin who Tuk Tuk seems to recognize. And that person like positively recognize, and they coordinate their attacks on one of the Goliaths. Mm-hmm.
I would like to know how badass it looks.
So what you'll see is these raging goblin in spiked armor with his big maul, and he launches it actually at the goblin or at the Goliath before launching himself also at the Goliath. So that's his 2 attacks. And while that's happening, the other, I guess, disguised goblin pulls 2 blades and gives 2 quick attacks. They seem to be some sort of rogue. And basically the maul hits the Goliath upside the temple while Tuk Tuk impales his spikes into the side of the Goliath.
Yes.
And from the other side,
Good job, Tuk Tuk.
is goblin friend basically kidney stabs the and that Goliath
Beautiful
is
team.
gone quickly. The other is shocked and failed their save. So they lose their action this round as they fumble trying to figure out what's going on. The noble looking person next to the captain of the guard is cowering. They are not a fighter of any sort. And it is now the captain of the guard's turn.
Yeah,
and he
nobody's
will
afraid.
attempt to strike and fail to hit Armani.
I'm slippery.
Yeah, very slippery. And also, tough.
Also,
Yeah. So
super hacking tough.
he pulls his longsword and swings, and it clanks off of one of the bony protrusions of the hardened skin of Armani. And
I laugh.
we are
at
back
them.
to the top of the round with Peanut, followed by Armani this time.
Perfect.
Alrighty. Let's do another hecky bite. Never mind. It's natural one. Peanut is going to just hold on to the guard's pant leg. Doesn't do any damage.
Okay. Armani.
I realized my second attack probably I should have rerolled it because I clicked the thing to literally get advantage of my attack rolls. So that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and just noodle, slice, and dice. It's what I'm good at. It's what I'm here for. 26 to hit.
That hits. I mean, 19 or better.
Yes. One-handed, 15 damage.
Okay.
What is my charge that I keep seeing, and how do I do it? Takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage. Okay, it has 3 charges, so I've technically used 2 of them. Gotcha. That's a beautiful weapon. This beautiful weapon, it is like glowing.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack again. 23 to hit. 15 total.
Excellent.
Yeah, it looks like it's just like they're a little flurry. And honestly, you know what? Okay, before I keep speaking words, how's the human looking? How's the guard?
He is not long for this world.
But he is alive.
Barely.
I'm gonna action search.
Okay.
Oh, do I have a hold on? I have second wind. I assumed I did.
You have action surge.
I'm a
yeah.
fighter. I should. Yeah.
Yep.
There it is. Okay. I'm going to attack him again. For a healthy 19.
That hits.
Beautiful. 14 damage.
And he collapses.
I cut into his hide. Vote for Peanut.
Wow.
Well, that's accomplishments right there.
Lenore, there is a stunned Goliath, 2 seemingly bloodthirsty goblins that are working together, a cowering politician of some sort, or noble of some sort, fancy person. What is your action?
You'll need to have all this left for the battle. And it does say they're really delicious. I'm going to fly down and perch on the politician, noble, fancy pants person's shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, how you doing? And then I'm going to cast Bane on the Goliath.
Okay.
So I will.
Mhm.
Are both of them still alive?
There's only one Goliath alive.
Only one? Yeah. So, okay. I need a Christmas saving throw, please.
Okay. An 8 probably won't do it.
No. So he's now got a minus 1d4 on any attack or saving throw as long as I maintain concentration.
Excellent. The figure that you perch on mumbles something like, "Did you just speak?" And we move on to Lechuza. You have your beast friend and your own action.
I'm going to have my beast friend go first and go out again and do an attack. Another bite attack. So let's see if that hits. That's an 18.
That'll
this
hit.
time. 18. Great.
Because the Goliath is the only assailant, like active assailant that's up.
2d6. 2d6 plus 4, you said?
Yep.
That is 7
Okay.
points of damage there. And then what I'm going to do is, from that, I'm going to. No one else is up but this Goliath, right?
Correct.
The noble's chilling, but like,
The noble's technically alive, but is not a non-combatant at this point.
We can just get some gold out of them and kick them out.
I'm gonna go up to the Goliath and do a bite attack myself.
Okay.
Let's see. Natural 20 plus 4.
All righty. So that's 2d6 now instead of 1d6, and then 1d4 poison.
2d6, 7. 7 points. I don't add anything to that, right? No. I add plus 4? No, not to the d6.
No,
And 1 point poison.
Okay. All right. Let's just see if they hit. And they do. The two goblins will also hit shortly after and finish off the other Goliaths. At this point, there are no longer any combatants, enemy combatants that are actively aggressing you all. Tuk Tuk and the other goblin quickly let you know that they are allies. It seems that Tuk Tuk's compatriot here infiltrated the buyer and took their place in order to help retrieve the flame. They were a contingency if Tuk Tuk had failed.
What is your name, dear spy?
I go by many names, but you can call me Ven Ven.
Ven. We might need a spy to help us be mayor of this town. Do you think you're up for the task?
He looks at Tuk Tuk, who nods. Goes, I will help.
Well then, and can I open up the chest of what I presume is untraceable gems?
Oh yes, yes. There are the chest next to the fire is full of gemstones. Well, the top layer anyway.
Well, I'm not gonna go digging.
While Armani's opening it up, Lachuth is going to Druidcraft another vote for Peanut button and give it to Ven Ven.
They will take it and tuck it behind their ear.
Cool.
At which point, Tuk Tuk and Ven Ven will take the flame and head to the city center to return it to its rightful place. And you all have yourselves a scared fancy pants person, a lot of untraceable gems.
Uh-huh.
How do you guys wrap up the scene? What is the resolution that you all make so that your adventurers can save face amongst this corrupt city?
May I?
Go for it.
Please.
We convinced this fancy pants, who has a lot of influence in the city, like a lot of influence, that the mayor needs to be deposed. And there is going to be a rotating mayor seat now that I think probably changes out every seven months. So the first seat will be run by Mayor Peanut.
Boink.
And the first ruling will be peanut butter for everybody. And we dump a bunch of the gems, the untraceable gems, to our adventurers. And I think probably have a fantastic celebration, like right at the end of the night with the rodents, because they won a war.
It's true. The city watch kind of dispersed without its leader, and those that were notably corrupt were imprisoned for their crimes due to the influence of this noble that you all, talking animals and whatnot, convinced to install a blink dog as mayor for 7 months.
Yeah, the city watch is also it's been disbanded. They lost funding for some strange reason. But the city's been protected by a lot of figures in trench coats. It sounds like a bunch of little feet on the ground and a little chitter. It's odd, but these trench coat figures have been protecting the city ever since.
After the decree that everyone receives peanut butter in the town, the second proclamation is to have Lenore as the head of security and intelligence for the city.
Yes.
Excellent.
It's a heavy burden. I'll handle the paperwork.
Good.
Is it heavy because you're a bird? Because the burden? And
You know how it is. I know all about murders.
I'm not allowed near the paperwork because I eat it.
you ate my homework last time. Never again.
On the other hand, you get all the biscuits you want.
Ooh.
There's no more lock on the pantry.
None.
At least not the mayoral pantry.
Mm-mm. Poor Peanut's gonna need a larger set of armor.
What do your adventurers, let's go around and let's start with Lenore. Go around. What do your adventurers think of that the city is celebrating Peanut as a figurehead mayor for 7 months, an honorary mayor, but actually following the decrees? Like, do you clue them all the way in, or do you try and cover up some of it?
Her first initial reaction is, and I will quote, "What the fuck is going on?" There's no way I know I haven't had that much to drink. So of course, someone's got to train their humans. So I've got to let her know what happened, and sometimes you got to rub your human's nose in things.
Excellent. What about Armani?
Their person disco. I think it's just pretty unsurprised, unamused. They're a pretty stoic adventurer themselves. They're mostly just a little hurt that they weren't involved in any of the mayor hierarchy, because the mayor's office is currently run by rodents, a dog and a bird. So yeah, nothing really, no extreme response, just kind of like a gentle head pat on my squishy head, like, what are you doing? Come on, you should have let me do more paperwork. I wanted to run for office. That's okay, next time. And like just kind of squishing the squishy part of the octopus.
Gotcha. Kind of like grandma with the kid's cheeks.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Would Harmony want the head of the water department as their job?
Do you think it would take a lot of hands on deck for a job like that?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Excellent. And Lechuza?
I think Juan Luis would have been proud. I think, Lechuza would have let Juan Luis know everything. I don't think he has anything to hide from him because, of their past, but also very proud in the fact that Lechuza saw a kindred spirit in Tuk Tuk. Wanted to let Juan Luis know also, like, just because someone says someone's bad, like, you don't know that person until you sit down with them and you hear them out, you find out their story. You have to educate yourself on what's going on. You can't take everyone's word for at face value. So, let that be a lesson for you too, Juan Luis. We're all not the same. We all deserve the same respect as you would treat your fellow humanoids as well. So kind of like a little heart to heart, a little, lesson here. And, just, I think Lechuza would kind of want to stick around this town as well, because it seems the change that's come after, month after month, seeing more people.
Probably an opening in the environmental department,
or in the parks and recreation.
That's the one.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep. I think that too. Maybe set up a monument for the fallen rodents. I think is one that has to be done. A little memorial.
Tiny little chairs with names on them.
I think that would have been something. And then I think every month just having like a memorial, just honoring those, because there's so many that were lost. Like, it's going to take a while. So every month there's a little memorial.
Oh. That's great. I love it. And what about Peanut? What does Peanut tell Lucy?
Mom is best friend, so Mom hears everything. And her response is, I'm proud of you, but next time, get the keys to the kingdom and get yourself a crown.
Peanut, flower crown.
Peanut has a flower crown, though.
He does. She wants actual, gold and jewels on his head. Lucy is all about the bling and the monetary.
He got so many unmarked gems.
I know.
Untraceable.
Mom's going shoe shopping. She's very proud of her little Peanut. But yeah, no, she'd be proud of him. Very, very proud.
Excellent. So on that note, we close out our shenanigans on a city that still fields pilgrimages from all over the continent, but is now a little safer, a little more ethical, a lot more furry. Sarah, lead us on to our closing.
Oh gosh, thank you everyone so much for coming and playing this game. This was such a fun one shot. It was so nice to play with y'all. Thank you everyone in chat for coming and hanging out with us. We do things a little bit different on my channel. After games, I like to shout out charities. Since you can see where we're at on the screen, we have all of our Twitter usernames there. Definitely follow these fine folks. I'll throw their links up in chat as well. But I would just like to talk about my favorite charity to kick us off. It's the trevorproject.org. I donate my my income to them year round that I get from Twitch. And I know they are all over the place this Pride Month, and I am so happy to see them everywhere that I turn this year. But they do a whole lot of wonderful outreach. They provide crisis counseling support to the LGBTQIA plus youth community. They do a lot of wonderful activism in the community. And we really, really need a shining light like them. So definitely go and check them out if you can. Who would like to go next? Or do you want to do popcorn?
I'm always good to go.
Go for it.
Be Zelda here, your non-binary busy bee. You can find me on Twitter as @B_Zelda, podcaster, streamer, community manager. And if I'm going to shout out my favorite charity right now, one of the channels that I tend to stream on a lot, they are doing a very similar initiative where their bits and subs are going to Rainbow Railroad. And Rainbow Railroad is an organization that helps people around the world who face violence and oppression escape to safer and healthier places. So it's a really, really cool organization to do, because it is something that helps people worldwide, because it don't matter where you are, you can be gay as heck.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I actually learned about them for the first time this year, and I absolutely adore them.
I learned about them through Drag Race, like back in 2008, I think maybe. They were
cool.
yeah, they were featured. They were one of the people that were getting a makeover. It was 3 people who had, you know, received asylum more or less through Rainbow Railroad.
Mm-hmm.
Were living in the US for a couple of years and were like comfortable doing something like that on TV, but it was incredible. And it was kind of like, I need to look into that.
That's amazing. All right. Next, let's go to Robin.
All right. Yeah, you can see all of my stuff as Robin_Shangle. Like Sarah, I too am a huge fan of the Trevor Project. They were there for me when no one else was at one point. And in honor of that, as well as someone who has done research on mental health issues in the United States, I donate all of the royalties from my books in the month of June to the Trevor Project. And this is going to be a really good year, but and I tell people, yes, please buy my books, but if not, Kindle Unlimited, I get paid for page reads as well. So you can, if you have a KU subscription, just flip through the pages, nothing else. So all of that will go directly to them, and the way it's looking, I think I might be matching at least 100% of what I'm going to be donating this year. So it's going to be at least triple digits.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. All right. Lonzo.
How we doing, everyone? Lonzo Gonzo, pronounce he, him. You can find me on my Twitter right above where my head is at. You can also find me on Twitch at LonzoGonzo_, where I stream a whole bunch of different variety games. You can also find me Saturday nights at Rolling These 20s, where I play with a group of other BIPOC tabletop players. We do Vampire the Masquerade, Philly by Night. One of my favorite charities that I like to raise money for, which I did earlier this year, is Raices. It's a non-profit pro bono legal counsel fund for immigrants and also families and young children as well, providing legal services for those folks who are trying to come over to seek asylum or just to seek entry in here, or if they just happen to get caught because our immigration laws here are poop. They just suck. But thank you, everyone, Peanut, Sarah, Robin, Chris, and B for playing along. Like, this was a lot of fun. I really appreciate it. And thank you, chat. This is great.
All right. And last but not least, our storyteller, Chris.
Hey, everybody. My name's Chris Geary. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Geary. Today, I'd like to share or have Sarah share a link to a tweet with you all. It's a Google Doc. It's a resource about how to help folks who need abortions and protect doctors who perform them, especially in the light of the news with the Supreme Court, their decision about Roe v. Wade today. So I don't want to end on a super heavy thought, but I do want to make sure that people are aware that there are things that we can do. It is not hopeless. We just have to take care of one another. So thank you to all my players who trusted me with this wild concept. And thank you to the audience that stuck around. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for coming and hanging out with us. We had so much fun. Don't forget, drink some water, eat something healthy, take good care of yourselves. If you forgot to take your meds today, be kind to yourself. We all forget from time to time. And last but not least, if there is someone in the world who is important to you, who you have not reached out and said, hey, I care about you, you're important to me, consider doing that tonight, because that's important to say, especially in times when a lot of people are struggling. Today is June 24th, 2022, and you are loved. Have a good night, everybody.